Good morning. What is this? Is this hump day?
It's day. Few more days for the toll, the heavy load.
Child, the week is almost over, y'all. The week is almost over, and we done had so much content spilling over onto the B sector streets. Like, a lot of people just can't even take it anymore. A lot of people just tapped out. They don't want to hear anymore. They don't want to see anymore. How you feeling about it all?
I'm tired of it, to be honest with
You said I was tired. I was tired, boss.
you. Tired. I'm hungry. That's tired.
Ciao. Well, good morning, everyone. Make sure you guys like and share the video on your way in. That would be much appreciated. Please and thank you.
Much of
Um, and make sure you come through with the subscription. If you are new to the channel, please and thank you. Look at Bella. What's up, Bella? She said I had to come through. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, sis. Flo.
it don't make sense, Bella. Sorry, boo. I'm so shabby. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. I ain't gonna go ahead of my sister, but okay. It don't make sense. But I'm waiting on my sister because it's her show.
Oh no, you can go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear everybody's thoughts really on what Tracy had to say last night because a lot of people think that again we are just being gaslighted and and it's a lot of deflection going on as
It's
to
just
not
a
using the
smoke and
support.
freaking mirror.
Oh,
That's
go
a
ahead. Sorry.
the oven.
Did you say something? Oh, um, a lot of people believe it's a lot of deflection going on, and like the story that she's telling. Now, this is what I'm hearing on the streets, y'all. There's a lot of inconsistencies, and she's just trying to appear like the damsel that was in distress. And she knows a lot of people were upset because they gave money thinking she was going to escape, and she didn't. So people believe that she's just concocting this cover up story to not lose supporters and just deflecting on what really was going down. Um, but a lot of people is co-signing this fool la la. She still has a lot of supporters that are co-signing this fool la la. So what do you think, sis?
I think it's love and beef
Don't you
sector.
say happiness? I was about to say, don't you?
I think it's love and beef sector. This is exactly what I think it is. It's love and beef sector. It's scripted. It's especially that whole lie. To be honest with you, because I mean, it doesn't make sense. She was all over the place. She was everywhere. None of the stuff made any logical sense. Because if you knew before you went, why you go? If you knew when you got here, why you stay? If you was just this and just that, then no, it's just a whole bunch of boo-la-la. And to be perfectly honest with you, if she like it, I love it. I really don't even care. She's okay. She held. I mean, she not dead. She didn't get hurt. Um, she gave everybody content and coins, so it is what it is. But I really don't care. One way or the other. You understand what I'm saying? I do not care. I feel like, um, for lack of better words and pun intended, Rob shot himself in the foot because he should not have been on brandishing a weapon with being a felon. Especially if he's still on paper. He violated his parole, um, probation or whatever it is, in a variety of ways. You understand what I'm saying? By having a weapon, by brandishing the weapon, by threatening her, the ammunition, drunk driving, the whole 9 yards, all of it, every last bit of it. It didn't make sense. It was a toxic situation from Texas to from Antonio, San Antonio to Sacramento. It was toxic with the distance. It was toxic when in the Airbnb. It was toxic in the hotel motel. It was toxic everywhere. It's still toxic from the San Quentin Penitentiary to San Antonio Park Bench or wherever she is. It's all the
No, you
same.
didn't say San Quinn.
San Quentin, San Quentin, whatever, wherever he is,
Yeah, wherever he is.
that part, and to wherever she is, it was toxic. It was everything not to do in a relationship. It's
Mhm.
everything not to do. And as far as this pretend alliance thing or whatever it is, it's like Big Brother. It's for TV. It's like, you understand what I'm saying? It's just, I'm tired of it now. I mean, it's like we need a new storyline at this point.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
mean, I don't care one way or the other. I really don't care. I don't care about any of the people involved. I'm glad that they're okay. I care about them, and
Right.
that's, I have agape philia, brotherly love for them. But
Mhm.
as far as being so deep into their business, that I don't care one bit. I mean, if you like it, I love it from a distance.
Mhm. Well, from me just looking up from the outside in, when she told us several times that she's dated alcoholics before. Um, we know that Tracy even used to use drugs before. She said she's used meth and different things that she's tried in the past. I don't know if she just dibbled and dabbled or if she was really in it to win it. But she did tell us that. And when I don't know, I heard this. I can't remember who said it, but I heard this. What if she really went down there and she knew this guy wasn't really feeling her on that level, but she went down there because she knew it would make good content. And she really did not feel like she was ever in any danger until it got to the point where she just didn't want to be around him anymore. And the only way to get him away from her was to have the cops called. Now, I don't know if any of that is true. I'm just repeating some of the stuff that I heard out on the streets. But as far as being an alcoholic or being with an alcoholic in the past, I might could see that we all know it was toxic. The whole thing was toxic from the beginning before she even left the state of Texas. It was toxic. Um, is that the type of relationship that she desires? Like if you was in a toxic relationship before and you know what it's like to be with the alcoholic, the first thing most people would not do is get another alcoholic. That's like if you I mean, but then again, there are some women who have been beaten in a very abusive, physically abusive relationship, and they go out of one, meet some other guy, might see the same signs, but still stick around, try to either change that person or hope that they'll, love him a little more than the last woman and make the man, treat them a little better. Or, they keep going from one situation to a worse situation, you know what I mean? And that could be the case with her as far as alcoholics go. Like I'm used to dating alcoholic. What's different for me with this one? It's just another alcoholic. You know,
Ain't nothing to brag about.
it is not. It's not. Like, oh yeah, I used to date a crackhead and I just met another one. I'm used to dating crackheads. I know how to deal with a crackhead. I know how to be submissive. And that's one of the things that people are not believing too is the fact that she was said like okay Jay Wilson said he contacted Tracy when she was down there and like a lot of people contacted her, are you okay, are you safe, do you think you're in danger, do you need somebody to fly you out of there, do you need to be rescued, do you need a Captain Save a Hoe? And she was like, no, I'm fine. So you're telling everybody you're fine on live, on the phone, text messages, everything. I'm fine. I'm fine. Why are y'all so worried? Why are y'all so worried? She's giggling and laughing on every video, like the first, 3, 4 days or whatever. And then it comes down to the end. That's when she's like, oh, I can't take this anymore. Da, 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 da. But you were fine every single day that you were there before. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Why y'all worried about me? Stuff like that. So it's like people don't really believe the fact that she was being submissive, that's what she was doing by laughing and giggling and going along with everything. Like when he was squeezing your boobs online, was he being submissive? When he was underneath your skirt, were you being submissive? When he was choking you, you said you couldn't breathe, were you being submissive? Like if you were really being submissive because you didn't want this guy to go upside your head like you claim, like you had so many different times to escape. This man went to work every day. And you talking about you got one of those plane tickets where you could change the time and dates and return time on your ticket. That man went to work every day. You in a place where you don't know anyone but him. I mean, yeah, there's people like hours away, like MU, Timothy Blaine, Bless Watkins. There's people in Cali, but those days where you could have easily breathed into his breathalyzer in his car and drove to the airport and jumped on a plane, like it just seems unbelievable to a lot of people that you were really just being submissive.
I like how you smeared that breathe into a blessing breathalyzer and get
Because she even had a way to leave. She didn't even have to Uber. She didn't have to catch a cab. She didn't have to catch a jitney. She didn't have to hail down or flag down nobody on the highway. She had his car. She had his whip. And he's at work 8 hours a day. She had plenty of time to leave if she felt like, oh, I'm walking on eggshells and I don't want him to get angry and I don't want him to hit me in my head. I don't know. Bella said, MU planted that seed in her head, I think, to seek after him for content. Yeah, because, okay, now I don't, I heard that. I heard people say that before. I heard people say that she's doing this in competition with MU because she saw the content or she saw the feedback or the views that MU was getting by messing around with Don Cato and messing around with different guys. That one guy, Fat Joe or whoever that dude is in Atlanta. Um, I can't remember that guy's name who she flew down to Atlanta with. The one she said stole her ring or stole her jewelry or something.
don't know.
But yeah, I don't know, like that's I ain't said them not are not my words. I'm just repeating what I heard. As far as to the comment that Vela just made. Vela said MU planted that seed in her head, I think, to seek after him for content. And yeah, I do believe that she's too old to be gambling with her life like that because as much as people say Tracy is dumb, people say Tracy is bipolar, they say she's borderline psychotic. I mean, they done gave Tracy every kind of name, every type of diagnosis, but I just can't believe that she's that dumb.
Girl, she ain't go for no content. She went to get laid.
She went to get the pipe.
She went to go get laid. Point blank and period.
Period. So you saying she went to get the 10 inches, which turned out to be 8.5 inches, which turned out to be flaccid. Is that what it was, Sislo?
Just everything.
Well, you know what? A lot of people ain't buying it. A lot of people ain't buying it. I was watching her last night, but then I fell asleep. I don't know. It was the way that she was talking too. She was talking. She wasn't sounding like she normally sounds. She was talking all like timid and like nervous and like I mean, and then she was just going around, and I mean, I was like,
It started irritating you, didn't it?
Yeah, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not staying up for this.
It start irritating you. I already know you.
Yes, and then a lot of people said they turned it off. People were saying I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah. She exactly, Bella. Exactly. She played dumb. And she was all over the place with it. She kept crossing up her lines, and it was really beginning to irritate me. Because ain't nobody that daggum gullible. She's smarter than that. Excuse me, she's smarter than that.
Hmm.
And overall, she's trying to make it up because, to be honest with you, even though I don't know her like that, I don't have anything against her at all. But I think she could have done better than that.
Hmm.
I think that is beneath her. That was beneath any woman of a particular age with any kind of sense. Period, point blank. Right now, I think she feels ashamed of herself, embarrassed, and she's trying to save face. And that's fine. If that's it, what it is, just say, okay, you know what, to be honest, y'all, listen, I fell for the okie doke. I really thought that I could go and make this something that it couldn't be. And I fell for it, and that's just that. I wanted to just make the best out of it once I got there. And I really tried to just make the best of it, but it just didn't work out that way. So listen,
Hmm.
just call it is what it is, and let's go on and get paid off the content. Because listen, it is what it is. So let me tell y'all what really happened. Don't try to save face because people know that you dropped the ball, boo. It's okay though. We all listen. I've been in 2 marriages, and I'm not married right now. It happens. Stuff happens. But to say, oh, I know what alcoholic when I see one, so I thought that that don't make sense. So what you saying is you was drowning in the midst of a sea. God sent you a boat, a helicopter, and a whole bunch of stuff. You like, oh, okay, Lord, I'll just wait on the Lord. And then you get to heaven, and the Lord say, and you say to the Lord, God, I was waiting on you. He said, well, I sent the boat, I sent the helicopter, I sent the National Guard, I sent the Coast Guard, and you didn't go. Oh, that was you sending on people? You had an out, like you said. It don't make. I'm 56 years old. I got children. My oldest daughter's 35. They know better than that. They know better than that. It's just no. And it's really aggravating. It's really aggravating. I mean, just call it. It is what it is, boo. You went down there. You just wanted to get your nipples rubbed or whatever the case may be. Do a little some on the side. Get your little content, a little change. Have a little good time. You thought you could. You thought you could. You had a fixer upper there. That you could put some new windows and new doors on it and live in it. But it was condemned, and it collapsed while you were in it. But it's okay. We all done it. But don't try to save face in a lie. Just go ahead and be honest with it, boo. It is what it is. You still gonna have your support system if they really supporting you. You still gonna have your allowances, as these people call it, your allowances. If they're gonna be there for you, they're gonna be there for you. But some you can't be mad at Kimmy. You can't be mad at nobody that don't go for the dumb stuff. You can't be mad at them because just like buttholes, everybody got an opinion. And you are in the beef sector. You are living in a fishbowl. Everybody see what's going on. I'm just over it all. It's my I mean, I'm trying to get done with the rest of this life I got. And looking at a woman my age almost doing stuff that's beneath her is aggravating. The whole situation is aggravating. All the talk, all the gossip about it, yeah. I'm just sick of it. It's like a bad underground episode of Love and Flip Flops. It's just terrible. It's badly scripted. It's just okay. Anyway, I'm done.
Well, I must say I love your analogy of the fixer upper. I love that. I am going to use that. I am by damn it, I'm going to use that analogy because I love it. You hit the nail on the head. I mean, he is that type of person. Ain't no fixing up in that's like just buying a house, a money pit. Is that what they call it?
Right.
Money pit, some type of property that you invest in. You know you shouldn't be investing it, but you're gonna do your best to turn it around and try to flip it and sell it or live in it. And you realize the bones just ain't strong enough. The for that foundation just ain't strong enough. And you done lost all your money, all your time, all your effort. When you knew in the beginning you should not have took the time, the money to invest in that property. So I love your analogy of she tried to buy a fixer upper, or she tried to fix it up, put some new doors on it, put some new windows on it, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. But as far as the damsel in distress that she's portraying to be, I was, like you're saying that you were trying to be submissive, but you never said I was scared. I was scared for my life. I was afraid. I slept with one eye open. I was, I didn't hear none of that. Did anybody else?
Cause it wasn't any of that. Come
I'm like, if you
on.
get submissive, that means you afraid for your life. You scared. Anybody who's really, really afraid of their life, man, like I said, like a lot of people agree that she could have left. She could have left instead of sitting around and having somebody keep on humiliating you on live for the world to see. Could have left. Could have easily left. She had his car all day while he was at work. Hell, you could have drove to see MU. You could have drove to LA. You could have drove to shit Vegas. You could have drove to anywhere. He was at work all day. I'm like, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And the way she was talking last night, it just didn't make sense. But you know what? I did end up watching MU's live because everybody was telling me how MU on MU's live the other day, Kimmy and V Lenore had got into it. That was very interesting because I said already that when MU jumped on Kimmy's panel, that the same thing she did to MU at that one instant, she's done over and over again, not just to her, but other people, and that was try to quiet them so they wouldn't put her on blast. But it went kind of far with her telling her, bitch, shut the fuck up. Bitch, it's 1,500 people in the chat, bitch. And she did the same thing on MU's panel, and all you kept seeing was people in the chat saying, MU, don't let her overtalk you like that. MU, this your platform. MU, pulling the reins. MU, control your platform. MU, she don't want you to talk. MU, and then even Don Cato stepped in and said, we are not getting anywhere because you both just keep trying to talk over each other. But every time MU would try to defend herself and say that Kimmy told her to hit the link. Kimmy invited her to hit the link. Kimmy invited Rob to hit the link. Kimmy would just keep on talking over her and get louder and louder. And she did the same thing with V Lenore when V Lenore jumped on the panel. I don't know what some people are not seeing, but it's a lot of behind the scenes shit going on. And when MU tries to speak about it because she's tired of being harassed and she's tired of being made to look like a fool, they won't let her get her words out. So now Miss Kimmy, what's her name? MU, she's going around, she's doing it on her platform, she's going to 5A's platform, she's, talking to different people about it and saying what she was trying to say on Kimmy's platform. But it's like people don't see the plays that be being played around here. And hey, Kenna, you said Kenna mind my own. Let me read some of y'all comments. Let me see, child. Let me see. Uh, you said I can't stand Tree Dog, but when I actually heard how he was talking to her, I was feeling some type of way. Like, really? Tree Dog should have been asking herself, "Are you okay? Annie, are you okay?" She was not afraid leading up to the events of her going to Cali and hi the hood. What's up? It did make sense to form. It doesn't. It don't even make sense for Tracy and Fi to have an alliance. That don't make sense to me. If you're gonna be like not, I can see. Okay, let's put our differences to a side. We've been fighting for years. Let's just hold up a white flag. That's cool enough for me. All right, but I ain't gonna say I ain't doing no commentary on you because you can do commentary on somebody without dragging it, right?
I would say so.
But Fi doesn't want nobody doing commentary on her at all, period. And she needs someone who supports her because that's the thing with Fi. She's got support from Babe Nation, but that's it. Most other content creators, they got support from their people and a whole plethora of other people who are subscribed to other people. And anybody can come in their chat. So that's one thing Fi didn't have. But one thing I have noticed, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but I have noticed that Fi, Tracy, and Kimmy, every time they are cool with somebody, they end up falling out with them. Like, these are like the top 3 people in the sector to me that has fell out. I mean, that had the most fallouts with people they were cool with. But then they want to become an alliance with each other. Ain't that weird?
No, that guess probably because they the most causing the most trouble.
That's just weird to me. And Kimmy is, can I say Kimmy is notorious for ambushing people on her panel, but MU allows, yeah, MU does allow her to treat her like that. She does allow her to treat her like that. And there's been a lot of times when MU has wanted to say something because a lot of times MU, they make her look like she's always messing up stuff, or she's always just seeking attention, or she's always like, I don't know, they be putting her down and cussing her out. And, like they said about Fi and QB, it could be 10,000 people in the chat. And Fi, she ain't gonna let nobody disrespect QB in her chat. QB ain't even gotta be anywhere around. QB could be on the moon with no internet connection. And she won't let nobody talk about QB in her chat or on the panel. So I don't know. I mean, if that was me and you, I know for a fact. And I don't care how many people is in the chat talking shit. If anybody is talking shit about you, my bro, or any of the other people I'm really cool with on here, block their ass. Block them.
Yeah, block them
Bliggity,
out.
bliggity, 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 block.
I ain't got no problem at all saying how I feel. Hold on.
Yeah, but MU does allow. I have seen repeatedly where Kimmy just shut her down, started yelling and screaming at her so she wouldn't get her point across. And everybody be like, Kimmy, just let her talk. Just let her talk. We want to hear what MU got to say. Kimmy don't be wanting us to hear what MU got to say. Mm-hmm. Girl, she said the takeover spirit. Emmy was staying in touch with Rob and Tracy individually. That's how Emmy was able to get Rob to go to Kimmy Town. Yeah, and I listened to Don Cato. I listened to MU. And it seemed like it was just right there in our face. It was pretty cut and dry. pretty cut and dry. But still, I would have liked for even after she dropped Rob off her panel and cussed him out and all that kind of stuff, I still would have liked for her fiance or whoever the man was that she wanted to allegedly wanted to speak to Rob to still come online and say something, you know, cuss him out, say don't disrespect my woman, say, talk to me, I'm a man, let's do this man to man. People were, anticipating that. Like, okay, where this man, where this fiance? Is he even real? Are we ever gonna? I don't know. And I'm not saying people need to throw their partners online because I sure the hell wouldn't throw my partner online. Y'all know how that shit goes. Nope, 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 nope. I rarely show other people online with me. Like my sons have been on here before, my grandson. Sometimes I might have a party and I'll be walking around my house or whatever, or I might be somewhere and I might be walking around somewhere. But just to bring somebody on here to be speaking to y'all and y'all get to know them and all that, no, 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 no. Because y'all believe in doxing the socks off. I mean, the way they found out where Tracy was staying both times, the way that they were able to get the camera footage of Rob being arrested in real time,
That
child.
was my freaking point. Nah, ooh, I'm so glad. Ooh, thank you, Jesus.
Go ahead, sis.
Girl, I'm so glad you said it. That is on the this is panel list. Listen here. That mess right there is too much. Now, first of all, that just lets you know how invested these people are, how potentially dangerous these people are. Because it's more than just YouTube. That's cyber stalking, that's invasion of privacy, and everything else. How did you all get? Because, see, check this out. That was hotel footage. That was not police camera footage. That was hotel footage. That was from an angle of a security camera. How did they get that information? Thank you, son.
I
How did they
don't know, sis Lo. I mean,
That
some
is
people.
cool though. My point is,
Mhm.
did you pay somebody? Did you hack some system? Did you get what security company you work for that you are that wasn't no personal footage. No, that wasn't no personal footage, sis. If you look on there,
I
that
thought it
ain't
was personal footage, and I
no,
watched it over and over and over again.
no, and who doubt no. No, that was from an angle. Go look at it. They got him from a
I
distance.
did. I watched it over and over again.
That was mm-mm.
And I
But
thought
okay,
it could have been somebody up on, like, I don't know exactly what the hotel looked like. I guess I could Google it. But I was like, it kind of looks like somebody might have been on the second floor or, looking down out of a
that
window.
was a camera angle, son.
Mm,
Because if you look at the second floor, those balconies, they walk over your head.
hmm
So the porch is right over your head.
I mean, you could be right, but it still looked like it could have been somebody recorded on their cell phone. But,
That, that was camera. That was awesome.
I mean,
But
hell, I record all the time from out my door and from different places, and it looks like it's security camera footage.
mm-mm.
Cause I'm a nosy bitch. I'm not shit. Y'all know I be recording
Hey,
shit all
oh, you're not a B word at all.
shit.
She said. But anyway, the whole point of it is, I think it was.
Yeah, I am here for the show. That's what I was saying. Like they was on the steps or on the second floor. Yeah, but I mean, but regardless, the bigger question is: no matter how they got the footage, how did they know to bring it to the beef set? Like, was that a setup?
Girl, I'm
If
telling you.
somebody call somebody down there and say whether it was the security footage and whether they contacted security and said, "Hey, I give you 50, I give you $100 to send me that security footage," or if it was somebody just happened to be at the same hotel area and said, "Oh my God, that's Rob, that's Tracy. Oh my God, from the B sector. Oh, let me start," like they did Brianna. "Oh, that's Brianna from the B sector. Let me hit record." I mean, was it an innocent, like, "Oh, damn, we just ran up on this shit, but we know they B sector, so let's upload it or send it to somebody in the B sector"? Was it something like that? Or did somebody really call down there and pay for the shit or ask for the shit? That's my question. That's what I'm waiting to find out. Mm-hmm. You said MU stomping ground, but MU ain't she like 8 hours away? Or did MU used to live in Sacramento? Because I thought MU was like 8 hours away. They saying that's MU stomping ground, sis. Bella said they ain't famous like Bree. Now Rob Rat ain't famous like Bree, but Tracy is. Shit. Tracy was in jail after she called on the cops and got her own ass thrown in jail, and the people at the jail cell knew her ass. But then again, they could have known her because she's always calling down there reporting on people. Yes, I can't wait for it. I am here, show. I cannot wait. Sislo, did you hear that? Somebody is going to get the manuscripts. Because you know you can call, I don't know how you do it, but I guess you can call and get the manuscripts from the police calls. You know, like the news people be having it and they be playing the news, the 911 call on the news.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get the news. I mean, they about to do a Good Morning America CSN. They about to do a and get that transcript. Now that's going to be interesting because we're going to find out for sure if Tracy was behind the cops being called or if somebody else did it, because a lot of people think Grish did it. And some people said Brianna did it. Uh, it's who knows who called. I mean, I don't know, child. Hey, what's up? Good morning, View. She said, done with the out record request, they can get the body cameras for. Oh shit. You said, who needs the FBI? Thank you. That, you know what somebody said the other day, Cislo? They said the B sector can find anybody except for missing children.
And they probably can find that because there's a lot of them on the dark web while you
It's a
playing.
lot of them. The way they found them so fast, man, the way they found them so fast, and we got that footage of Rob being arrested. I was, I didn't see some shit happen on this B sector YouTube thingy, but that was amazing. I was like impressed. I ain't even gonna lie, I was impressed because we got the footage like moments after the arrest, not days, not weeks, like moments after the arrest. That's crazy. Somebody got connections. Somebody definitely got connections. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. You said someone already claimed it. Who claimed it? Was that Grish? Because I heard Grish say, and then I heard Jason. Jason was on Nicole Reloaded panel, and he said he did put the information out there about the Airbnb, but I think he said he did not call the cops. But I don't know with Jason. I don't know. You know, AKA New Mexico. I don't know.
That's Jason something else.
He is something else. Jason is another one who can find anybody and any,
Hmm
except missing children.
Jason probably got some of that what's the name footage? The footage from what's the name? What's the baby name that got killed down there in Mexico?
Oh yeah, I did hear that this heat said that they was one responsible. Yep. He just said he put the information out there and he wanted to see if anybody would bite. And oh, of course they was gonna bite Jason. Jason is good at getting police records. It is going to be juicy in my Kimmy voice. Juicy. I can't even say it like her. But yeah,
Rob Black sitting up in there like,
oh, he is girl. I would love to see if can y'all get footage of him sitting on that in that jail cell
They
on
got footage of
that.
him going to the jail getting arrested. I'm pretty sure they probably can.
Can y'all get footage of him in jail because I can picture him right now, probably in there crying. That bitch, I know Tracy is every kind. We thought he cussed and disrespected and humiliated her on live. I know that man is sitting there in jail calling her every kind of boy. I mean, he is because it's just crazy to a lot of people. Like you talking about, you was distressed and you was submissive and you didn't want him to hit you and all this, and you kept staying and staying when you had a vehicle to leave while he was at work. And then on the last day, well, that day, then the cops called and you put him in jail. And he never really even touched you. He never touched you. You're the one who touched him. You hit him in the head.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like he didn't even touch you, and he was acting like he was acting before you even got there. And then on that last day, oh, I just felt like I should be submissive. That I don't know, child.
Girl, don't
That
fall for
submissive
this.
it seemed like she was enjoying and loving all that shit. Stop, Rob. Stop, Rob. He's just kidding, y'all. He's really nice. He's not abusive.
You sound just like her.
And then she even told Jay Wilson and other people, ain't nothing wrong. Y'all tripping. I'm living the good life.
That's a good life.
She
Now
up
that
there
most
in
now that
California.
hey, they left the light on. Now that most
Hey, California knows how to party. That's what Tracy was doing in the city.
see,
I mean, she's up there kicking it, turning up with her boo.
I
And
did.
then that day, oh, I was being submissive.
Y'all think she's still there?
She's still there. She went live, was it this morning, y'all, or was it last night? When did Tracy go live? Yeah, when she went live last night, she said she was still there.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, she also, okay, so also remember people were saying that one of her supporters gave her $400?
Mm-hmm.
Now she's trying to say no one gave her $400. And they also, somebody had the screenshots of the person who said they gave her $400. But Tracy is saying nobody gave her $400 to leave Rob.
Girl, let me tell you something.
And what? Oh, hold up! Before you answer, because I want you to answer this too. I mean, before you respond, what do you think is going to become of Tracy and Jay Wilson's relationship right now? Because Jay Wilson ain't having it. He's like not having it. And then on top of that, he don't like Five Abe. He thinks Tracy shouldn't trust Five Abe after everything that they've been through. He don't understand why she's, letting Five Abe gaslight her and all this other kind of shit. But anyway, go ahead.
Dang, I was hoping you talked a little bit longer. So
Oh, well, let me read some comments. I am here for the show. Said that they keep adding charges from clip folks. Yeah, I'm telling y'all. I told y'all they was gonna do them just like they did VS. They gonna have all kind of clips and everything in there. But when if they send clips of Tracy acting like she was enjoying everything,
mm-hmm.
I wonder what's gonna happen then. Because Tracy wasn't acting at the least bit like she was being submissive. She wasn't acting like she was being submissive when she was getting that $3,000. She didn't act like she was being submissive when she had 2.6 in the chat, when she had 1.5 in the chat, when she had 1.8 in the chat. She was just acting like she was enjoying herself. And this nigga, really loves her and I love him. That's how she was acting.
But this is what I'm saying. None of his charges has anything to do with domestic violence. They're all gun related charges. The only thing that came close to it is the one about threatening. If she do not go to court on that or whatever, that might be the only thing that they might drop. But because they on video saw him with a weapon and then found him with a weapon and ammunition, those charges don't stick. And they're going to violate him on it. But none of the other charges had anything to do with it. So all of that about domestic, they ain't got nothing to do with it. They got him on other stuff, on stuff they know they gonna stick him with. Ain't even about no domestic violence. Yeah, whether she go to court or not, ain't got nothing to do with it. They not gonna drop no gun charge because she went to court and said, "Oh, he ain't hurt me." That charge is because he was caught with the weapon.
And he
Period.
was selling. Yep, it's gonna stick. Hmm. Yep, it's definitely gonna stick. I agree. I agree on that. That regardless if she testifies or don't testify or but why are you still there? That's what I want to know. Because okay, this is my thing. Okay, because Rob is gonna spin this in his favor to his family, his peeps, his supporter. You out there in Sacramento, she talking about I got all his belongings, his phone, his jewelry, his credit cards, all that kind of stuff that was left in the hotel. And she don't know what to do with the stuff. She don't have his family information. She don't know who to mail it to or send it to. And the police said, "We can't. That ain't our responsibility. Don't give us that shit." You know,
And
and
wait a minute,
she,
she done been through that phone.
oh yeah, definitely. That's what people said. She probably went through that phone because they said she gonna be flagging people who's using his content and stuff, and going through there and probably deleting out pictures that she might have sent him or deleting out the text messages they done had.
And calling the exes.
Yes, but as far as his belongings though, like he has family there and everything. And me personally, if I was Tracy, I would have been on the first train smoking because of the simple fact you got him locked up. And I'm sure his family ain't probably too pleased about the whole situation because of the fact at the last second you talking about you've been submissive all week. This has been you've been submissive all week, and then I guess you just tired of being submissive, so the cops is being called now. And this is, I mean, if that was me and that was my brother, regardless how drunk he get or anything like that, I mean, if you felt threatened, why are you lying to everybody that's contacting you? Everybody who's trying to help you. There was people willing to drive down there and get her.
If you feel
They
threatened, you
sent
still
her
there.
all that money to leave. You could have
If
left
you
while
feel
you was
threatened, why you
there.
still there? Why you
Why
still
are you
holding
still
on to this
there?
stuff?
Because man, if I can tell you the stories the way we grew up, man. If our boy cousins had a problem, they called the girl cousins, and vice versa. I remember running up on plenty of bitches before growing up because our boy cousins wouldn't fight girls. But it's like, man, I'd be shit. I'm sure Tracy can hold her own, but I would not want to be a city where everybody probably knows what you look like and you don't know what they look like. And you got his shit. He could be telling spinning that she stole my stuff. She because he already was saying that she stole his jewelry. And she's like, but I'm not a thief. I'm not a thief. I'm gonna send it. I just don't know where to send it. And I don't think she's a thief. I don't think she'll really try to steal it. But he can spin that shit and tell his relatives that bitch done stole my. She got my credit card. She got my phone. She got my. You know what I'm saying? And they know what hotel she's in. Well, she did move to another hotel, but shit, we saw how easy it was to find her 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy, you need to go get your ass back home. Like they keep telling you, get your ass back home. Home is where the heart is.
She's in a strange land, honey.
A strange land. Uh,
Strange land. Ain't no way under God's heaven. I'm gonna be somewhere. I don't know nobody. And oh shoot.
mm, mm, mm,
And
mm.
my family just got locked up.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep. Girl, that's a mess. But yeah, I just wanted y'all take on Tracy's video last night. It's a lot of people who is in disagreement with what's been going on. A lot of people not believing her. I think some of her supporters probably even don't believe the shit. But as somebody, I heard somebody say this morning that they think her supporters are just going along to get along, and the people who don't like her is like, we ain't falling for the bullshit. But we see it all the time. We see people on here do junkie stunts, and they supporters of people who really like them. They just go along to get along. They just let them. They let them do what they gonna do, and they still be in support of them. But those people who really don't mess with them, don't rock with them, they be like, you ain't about to pull one over our eyes. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing how this is all gonna play out. I still do hope she gets home safe and sound. I don't wish no harm on Tracy.
I was not at all.
Right.
At all.
What's up, bro? Good morning. Tracy went live last night. We just discussing her video. How
But
she
just
said
like
that she was really being submissive
I'm
out
sorry.
there, and she, while she was saying all week long that she was fine and she wasn't scared and she wasn't threatened and she wasn't being abused, and then when the cops came, she said before that she was just being submissive because she didn't want him to go inside her head. And a lot of people ain't falling for it. But
And
we shall see.
just like we're watching, his family watching.
Oh yeah, his family watching for sure. His family watching. I mean, a lot of people don't know that their family members are on YouTube or might have YouTube channels, but some people do have family members who know they on YouTube and they know what they be doing on YouTube, whether it's positive or negative.
Right. And not only that, you don't know who blames you for their
Exactly.
loved one being locked up. He don't he have kids?
Um, I don't know for sure, but I know somebody said they surprised that his friend Octavius, who is also a YouTuber, hasn't came on here and dragged Tracy or cussed her out for Rob being locked up because I guess he has a good friend on here named Octavius. Has
Right.
something
And
on his
so
yeah.
I mean if they want to get her information too, their family, you don't know who you dealing with out there by
And,
yourself.
and everybody know where Tracy lives. Shit, we done seen how many videos of her apartment, how many videos of her patio.
He's so silly.
I mean, I'm just saying. And
That's so
the
silly.
cascading fountain and the courtyard.
I am not about to mess with you.
Oh, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's so easy to touch people. One thing the B sector and other sectors have taught us is it's really easy to be touched,
It is.
especially when you run your mouth too much. So, like somebody said, even people, even reporters and different people like that have said, on really large platforms like the news and stuff like that, like when those celebrities was being robbed and all that kind of stuff. Remember that shit? It was like a stint where celebrity after celebrity was being robbed for their jewelry and all kind of stuff. And they were saying, quit going live when you on vacation or when you do, if you're gonna report on it or blog about it, do it after you come back home. So people don't know exactly when you're not at home. Or they don't know exactly where
Telling
you
me
are, what
right
hotel.
your exact location and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
that's how
House really crazy. Yeah.
PMP, what's his name, got hurt.
Which one was that?
Okay, PNB, what's his name from the guy from from uh, Pittsburgh or wherever.
I
The
think I know which one.
guy PM, oh God, I can't. He just got killed like in California not too long ago. The Waffle House or some restaurant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Waffle.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was like his location was leaked, and they came where he was and assassinated that man.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be careful. Got to be more careful, like that commercial say. You got to be more careful and stop giving up your location. And Tracy, I couldn't believe it was like Tracy ain't never showed nobody her entire apartment, but she was showing the inside of the Airbnb, the outside of the Airbnb, and Google is your friend. Hmm.
Hmm.
Google is your friend.
I
So you ever
seen.
watch Catfish and they easily find people by just their picture? They download it into Google and Google searches through all kind of pictures to find out who that person is.
Hmm. I've seen it happen with Nature Boy.
Mm-hmm.
They get a picture, just some pictures of the outside of the place, and then
Yep.
the next thing you know, they knew exactly where he was at, and they were calling the landlord, getting him put out.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was moving so much, he was moving, and then they started calling the police, ordering pizzas, having it to the door.
I
But
remember
he,
that. They
and
was
that's
ordering pizzas after like a lot of pieces too.
and that was when they was on that B6 diet, girl.
Oh yeah.
He
Hmm.
wasn't letting them eat nothing,
And they probably saw that pizza was like.
girl, and they was ordering it with like extra pepperoni and crap, knowing
But
they couldn't.
was they did they send the pizza so the people can really eat because he know he was starving them or just to be funny?
To be funny, like to
Oh,
let you
okay.
know we know where you at, bruh.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and so it was that junk was so crazy. Like
Hmm.
it's like you want to eat that pizza,
And I would have stole me a piece. Sure.
girl. He probably ate it because he was like they were like they would be starving, and he had secret stash like he had his own cabinet with food just for him,
Hmm.
and all his little snacks and stuff like that, and nobody could touch.
Hmm.
And so they would have to like ration, like the way they would do it is like the women and children would eat first, and then the guys would eat, and sometimes it wouldn't be enough by the time they get to the last dude. They was like scraping the pots, like licking the pots and stuff, because it wasn't enough. Like it was literally for beans and rice or lentils and rice or whatever they would eat that day. And they would say some days they would just get a pot of beans for solar noodle, and that was it. It's crazy, but when that pepperoni pizza came with all them pepperonis and cheese, and they ain't eat, they was talking about they were vegan, baby.
Hmm.
Somebody and they ain't threw that in the garbage. And if they said they threw it in the garbage, somebody went in the garbage with it. You hear me?
Child, I would have. Shoot, you starving me? Shoot, you starving me like an African
He laughing. He
baby with
laughing. It's the
children?
truth, bro. It's the
Like,
truth.
this you got me on here looking like feed the children and they sending us pizza. I
Yeah,
know
that's
I'm
when
so
he was.
trash.
That's when he wouldn't. He. That's when he wouldn't let them urinate or defecate in the house.
Oh yeah.
They had to go out by the tree and wipe their tails with leaves and crap. Seriously, he made them like they had to sleep in tents. He slept in the house. They slept in tents, and they had to urinate and defecate outside. And they had grooming day on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays was the days that they bathed or whatever. Yeah, that's I.
Child, I don't know how they. Speaking of that, speaking of Colts, I gotta watch the latest episode of Ruthless because me and Tia is going to go live tonight. So I don't know if you want to watch it and join us tonight.
I gotta see if I got it, cause I don't think I got. I don't know if I can watch. I gotta see, cause I ain't. Girl, I be paying for all these other things. I pay for Stars and Peacock.
Same here. I pay for everything, and
I'm
then
like, I be paying for now another app right now, but I like BET because I like all
yeah,
the men.
BET got some good shows on there right now. I want to get I want to get Paramount, but I'm just like you and a lot of other people. Once you buy all these doggone apps, it's like you might as well pay for cable. Sure.
Hey,
Hey, bro, what's up, broski?
I got my
Going
Eric.
down.
I got my Erica Badu
I
on.
like your little cute little scarf. That's cute.
Okay.
Shit, my hair is all over my head right now. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm sitting here with pajamas on.
I got my pajamas too. It's a snow day here.
It's not a snow day here. It's just a regular old cold day.
It's a snow day here, and nobody in school. They talking about 7 to. They said 7 to 10 inches. Now they saying 4 to 7. I don't know.
Well, they just talking about flurries here, and I don't see no flurries yet. But I'll be home anyway. Shit,
I
I'll
just
be
hope it don't snow the
working.
weekend.
I'll be working and working and working. Bro, what you doing? Is you at work too?
Oh yeah, you know what I do? I ain't done what shit. I wasn't gonna come in today. I was sitting there relaxing. Shit.
Bro,
Her ass
one of
ain't
the
here.
hardest workers I know.
Yeah, I'm right. I ain't got time for her. No, she asked. She like, well, do you want to work Wednesday through Friday? Okay. I'll come and get these little funky ass out. I ain't doing shit. My job's already done, girl. I'm about to go in one of these rooms, sit my ass back, cut my computer on, cut on the TV, and
You
I'm
lucky
about
you
to.
don't live here anymore because I better have you over here. I got some things around the house I need done. I need
It's
me a
too cold.
dependable handyman. Ugh. You know how hard it is to
Oh,
find a dependable handyman? Cislo, you didn't own property before. It is so
what the
hard to
hell
find
going on there?
a handyman.
What the hell happening there?
Oh, we just discussing Tree C's live last night.
No,
Child.
you talking about with the house. What the hell going on with that brand
Oh no.
new?
It's like one of my cabinets, you know, the upper cabinets up on the wall that's hanging from the ceiling.
Y'all know
And
you talking about.
the kitchen is loose. So
Oh, well, they better get they funky. You up under warranty, girl?
when you open the door of the cabinet, it kind of shifts. So what I did was I took
Oh,
all the heavy stuff out that cabinet and put it in other cabinets. And I got a drill and everything, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah,
you better.
so you balance it right too. Because if you
Sound
don't,
like you.
like the doors ain't gonna shut and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you probably need to. It probably just need to be re-anchored. A real
Yeah,
person
I'm
knows they
sure
doors.
that's what it is. I'm sure that's what it is. It needs to
They
be
would they would
re-anchored.
anchor it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would just anchor. They'll put some anchor screws in it or something and try to mount it up. But if it's sinking, even after you did that, then that's an issue with your drywall or your stud.
Uh-huh.
And it could be that it could be that they possibly mounted the cabinetry in the drywall instead of on a stud, and those are the worst things
Oh.
And
to get.
y'all got to make sure that your anchor holds and grips us solid.
You doing them all?
Oh my God. She about to take us to church. Hood Table Ministries. Well, yeah. I didn't say all I had to say. Unless this little got something to add to it, child.
I ain't doing shit, girl. I'm just up here looking crazy, ready to go home.
I, I work from home and be ready to go home. I mean,
Hey, I
I
feel you.
mean, people be like, "You work from home?" Like, I'm still working all day.
And yeah,
I'm
nobody
not
want.
around here napping. Shoot.
Yeah, shit. Folks want to work for their damn. Hey,
if we away from our computer for more than a minute, they know. Like you can't even work at home and be just lollygagging doing some other type of shit. Like,
well, that's doing too much.
And then they keep changing our shifts around and asking people to switch shifts and I'm like, can I just stick to one shift? Damn.
That's because they want everybody ass back in there. They want you back on that 9 to 5. Get your ass to work.
That's what they want. They said nobody ever has to go back to work again to the office. And I would never go back anyway because I had already been home for 5 years. So
basically,
by the time the Rona hit, I had already been working from home for like 5 years. So I would have never went back anyway. But, you know, the people who went back after the Rona, they told them nobody's coming back. Get used to staying home.
Basically, what the hell you need to come back for? If you're making the same amount, if not even more money working from home, ain't no need. I'll go back and sit around a bunch of dusty ass folks. Look at all crazy.
Exactly.
Talking about everybody's business from last Sunday to Saturday. Some of them ain't brushing their teeth. Some of them got a cold. Some of them got COVID. Some of them got cougar buzz.
Oh my God. The thing that I hated the most at work was going in the restroom and seeing women walk out without washing their hands. I never believed that shit. I'm like, you don't see me here watching you walk out the back. You don't see me here. Like,
it don't matter.
I see you washing your hands. That's just, ugh. Some employees or coworkers are so disgusting.
You can say that again.
You want to have potlucks all the time.
Right. No, you wouldn't catch me. You wouldn't catch me at the potluck if I wasn't one throwing it.
I'll bring some chips and dips and I'll eat my lunch at my desk.
Oh, so you ain't got time for all them shenanigans, huh, girl? I know that's right. So you ain't got no time for the bullshit. So I see Tasha K with her stinking ass. I see she has something to say with her grumpy looking ass.
What happened with Tasha K? The last video I saw of hers was when she was interviewing that boy's mother.
Oh, I'm talking about the link that you had posted. I happened to watch some of that. Man, what's that sister name? The 2 links that you put up yesterday. That shit was funny as hell.
Oh, the one who was pretending to be Tracy?
No. The one, hey, whatever her name is. I think she's from out of Illinois.
Five Babe?
Yeah, 5 Baby, and then the other one. What's that other one name that you said?
Let me look. Let's see.
Because she said, I am the only child. She said, so I don't have no issue walking away from any motherfucking thing. Because she was talking all nice at first, and then as soon as that 10-minute mark hit, boy, shit, she was Popeye the Sailor Man.
That was fun,
yeah, they was going in on it, talking about, well, see, people need to just lie in their home. And then I caught, I don't know who that said that in the chat last night, because I heard sis was about to start trying to go in, like, nobody gonna tell me.
That's why everybody.
Oh yeah, that was on our live yesterday when somebody told me, I don't know what they said. They said in the chat, I don't know why people don't stay out of other people's business or something. I'm like, how you gonna tell us to stay out of people's business when that's what everybody doing here is discuss everybody's business, including Tracy.
Don't put your business out there. Don't put your business out there.
Serious?
I mean, that's like you going to the county or you going to jail and getting mad at everybody because everybody else found out that you went to jail because they looked online and somebody put it out there, but you go get mad at them and say, man, why y'all up in my business?
Exactly.
Keep your ass out of the county. Keep your stinking ass out of jail. Stupid.
Exactly.
And then Tracy, I don't know what's going. Play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Or I don't want to see nothing happen to the soul sister at the end of the day, even with her fucked up shenanigans. But as far as brother, man, the only thing I can say, message to him, man, get your shit together, bro. I mean, you got a handful of thousands, you got a few thousand followers, bro. Get your shit together, man. Now you got to get your shit together because now you locked down. What kind of shit is that? Like, come on, dog. I mean, all that, want to be hard. Ain't impressing nobody. Shit, you thought they stopped making guns, homeboy, because you got one? Shit, I know fellas now. I know fellas right now. Nigga got an arsenal in their house and in their car. So you not stopping nothing when you trying to be all intimidating. Oh, I got guns. Blow your head off. You ain't gonna do nothing. You see what he did when them boys showed up.
Yeah.
You
He
see
was
it all.
like,
Who?
holy shit.
He's like, oh, your name is Tracy? Come on, bro.
No,
Come
when
on,
he
bro.
said holy shit and asked Tracy, was that your name for real?
He knew who it was when they knocked at the door. That's a universal look from our people, especially if you've been there, been locked down, and know that door. That door. Police have a significant knock no matter where you're at. It's all the same. Whether you're at the hotel, whether you're at your house, whether you're at your friend's house, or here, you could be at the outhouse. Everybody know that universal knock from the police. It is straightforward and straight ahead. It ain't no none of that. It's just don't.
And Tracy
You
was like,
already know.
I'm coming on my way.
Right.
That's why they said
Yeah,
Tracy. That's why they said Tracy knew the police was coming. Cause she was like, you just got to a new hotel. You don't know anybody there, and somebody knock on your hotel door, and you're just like, hold on, I'm coming
right.
on my way.
Especially about
I'm like, look out the window. Who
5 o'clock in the morning. Especially about 5 o'clock in the morning in California. You
yeah.
already know.
I
That's
be
a raid.
tiptoeing to the peephole. Man, when we travel out of town, bro, it be me and like 6, 7. It be my sons, our cousins. We travel big when we go on vacations, and
Right.
we be getting like suites that cost like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a night, and everybody just share the expenses. But even then, when people would knock on our doors, I'd be like, tiptoe,
Yeah, like,
peephole. Look, I don't give a damn if I'm staying in a 5-star or a 1-star. I'm not just hold on, I'm coming. That shit
yeah,
was
I ain't saying. And then I was watching this young man that one of these young brothers that I follow on YouTube. He does heavy hauling. He's a trucker. Young brother got a real successful trucking company. Why he said, I guess he had to fly. What I guess when the Southwest rigmarole went down here recently. Why he said that they switched him to a Spirit airline. And said that, and when he got to Fort Lauderdale, or whatever, because he's from Florida, but they had to do a switch over for him to get home. Man, why he said they ended up stealing like over $3,000 worth of his, designer shit or whatever out of his bag.
what?
And yeah, it was like he said. Now it's funny how after all these years and all this time I've been doing all this flying, all of a sudden, he said, and then that's when people started coming on was like, yeah, Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta, that's a bad area to be flying into and doing transfers, especially on Spirit and JetBlue. They are known, like they're known for giving out people's information, going through their bags and shit, taking their shit, stealing. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? So yeah, I said, I'm getting away. Me and flying, everything from the, swiping my hands down for buying residue. I ain't got no time for that, man. I'll jump in the car and do a dog. Hey, it might take longer, but guess what? I'm gonna get there.
That's
and
how
I'd rather take my test.
They tired of waiting. They tired of spending nights in a hotel and waiting to see if the airline is going to pay for their hotel rooms. And
then the luggage, your luggage theft is on the rise. Folks, they losing these places. They losing folks' luggage, and people finding their luggage in in the same city that they was getting transferred in after they done got home. Now everybody getting smart. They trying to put them air tags in their luggage. Should have been doing that shit.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. I know somebody had went on social media when all that stuff was happening, and they had no clothes, so they said they had to go buy a week's worth of clothes, underwear, toothpaste. I mean, you gotta replace everything. And they like, are they gonna refund us for this? Are they gonna, reimburse?
No, they ain't doing none of that shit.
Because most of the time, when you travel, most people buy new clothes when they going on a trip or on vacation. So now you gotta buy new clothes all over. It was just a whole bunch of shit with the airlines that
Girl, you can't even trust the
that's
buses
crazy.
nowadays too. Shit.
You said what?
Just really, you can't even trust the buses nowadays as well.
Oh yeah, I ain't
Shit.
fuck with no buses now. Hell no.
Especially down in KC, shit, boy. That one thing about Kansas City, boy. They hurry up and you, boy. If you miss your connecting bus, oh, you gonna be pissed off, girl. When I come back down here to College Station on the bus, man, I was so mad because down from Omaha, we got there. I left at midnight. We got there we were supposed to get there at about 2:30, quarter to 3. Don't you know that when we got there, the dispatcher called in and said if there was any connecting buses going to Dallas, they're going to have to wait for the bus in the morning because that bus is already gone. That fool left like 30 minutes ahead of schedule. Man, I was so pissed. Don't you know that them niggas had the nonchalant nerves to say, well, y'all just going to have to wait for the next bus, and that next bus ain't going to be here till like about 7 in the morning? And don't you know they gave us a $7 fucking voucher talking about here, sorry for the problem? Mind you, your hamburger, a plain Jane hamburger with no mustard on it was $5 itself.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
Man, I
That was
said,
in
boy,
Kansas
never
City?
again. Yeah, KC Mo.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I said never again. I don't give a shit. I drive. I don't fly nowhere unless I need to fly. Like, you know, I don't like. My own wife don't even too much rub on me, dog, like that. I mean, they want to rub you and slap you down for real.
For
Take off your
free.
shoes. Take off your shoes. Take off your belt. You got a metal plate in your arm. You got to show us that too. Need you to cut your arm open. You know what the fuck? Oh,
Most at the airlines. I mean, I understand why. I'm not gonna say I don't understand, but you just that's why they say you gotta be there. Like when we travel on the airplane, we be trying to get there like 3 hours early because you just don't know. Anything can happen at the airport.
Now they charge you $85 to do a TSA pre-screen, and you walk right through it. I'm like, okay. On top of that, I gotta pay this $85 or whatever to get up on the TSA pre-screen so I can just walk straight through. Why the hell I need to do that? So if you don't pay that, that's what you got to deal with. Pat
A
down.
lot of people don't like taking in their weapons, like because if you travel, of course, you gotta take your weapons up to the thing. You gotta get the lock on there. You gotta get. I mean, it's a lot.
I'm about to do none of that shit.
And that's why some people drive, especially people who got weapons. They don't want to be
You damn right. I'm driving, sir.
Yeah.
I'm driving. I don't give a shit. I'd rather drive and see the sightseeing and go through the hill countries and the hillbillies and the redneck towns. I don't give a shit. But I'm not gonna be sitting in no doggone bike rack at the airport, you know. Well, I gotta wait, and oh yeah, you can't get your money back. You gotta wait for the next plane. Well, this plane canceled. You know, we think we about to get home, and here it is. Everything on the screen say cancel, flight cancel, flight cancel, flight cancel, flight cancel. Man, shit, I would have already been somewhere trying to go find me something. Hell, I'd have found a jitney. Take me home, shit.
Not the
nigga, how much money? Hey, how much you charge me, man? Where you going? Man, I live about 400-500 miles away, man. Oh, man, it'll be worth your while, bro.
You remember the jitney would drive you anywhere too. They would drive you out of town for the right amount of money.
Don't you know that? Because I know I believe it was my wife's grandfather, Mr. Jones. I think he was that made Nationwide News. I think he did that years ago. I think it was doing a storm or something. I think it was doing a 97. So I think somebody had got stranded in Omaha. Don't you know that man? Because I think he was driving Virginia or Kevin at the time. Don't you know he drove them all the way home? They was from California. He drove them all the way out to California.
Wow.
Yeah, real talk. But you know they paid. Yeah, they paid him. They paid him though. They paid him.
Hey, welcome, Chat Rep. She said,
they paid him.
I came up in my recommendation. Well, I hope it would, because I'm subscribed to your channel. Yes, I'm subscribed to you, Chat Rep. I hope you subscribe to my channel as well.
Oh, we got a new subscriber.
Yes, chat rep.
Oh, okay. What's this logo? She must have fell off.
Yeah, Cisco fell off, but yeah, I'm about to get off of here though. Yeah, chat rep, we just went live doing a little update on the Tracy and Rob debacle and Kimmy and
I
5A, debacle. And
know.
I'll probably be back live later again. I'm gonna see who all gonna go live throughout the day. I'm gonna see if Rob gonna get bonded out or if the judge is gonna set 20, 40 more $1,000 on his bond. I'm trying to see what Tracy gonna do with his jewelry and his phone and his credit cards, and if his family gonna try to stalk her down, if they gonna get the police transcripts, because I'm waiting to see who called.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just a waiting game now.
Ain't you so glad that you are not involved in these type of shenanigans in your personal life?
I stopped being in drama many moons ago. I promised myself once I got a certain age, I ain't trying to have drama in my life.
You got time.
Not with no kids, not with no man, not with no mama, not with nobody.
Baby daddy.
Shoot, I will cut you off before I have to endure drama and mistreatment or anything like that from anyone.
Now I got to cut.
Yeah, now I got to cut you. But yes, I thank everybody for tuning in to our little live this morning. Chat rep, welcome again to the hood tables, to the hoodies over here. But everybody, please again like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the hood table, Cash App is $ the hood table 402, and my bros $ count Amaru is on the screen. But yes, and everybody, as usual, as we always say, stay blessed, be safe, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood.
Keep your hood and brush your teeth and free you already know. So we're going to go there.
Free Kales and free Rob, huh? Right?
If you got a free Kales, you got a free Rob.
If we got a free R. Kelly, they got a free Rob. I mean, come on now.
You got to.
Got to.
You go free
Rob
Kales, you got
done a whole bunch of shit to people. I mean, R. Kelly done a whole bunch of shit to people, and Rob ain't do nothing but cuss a bitch out. That's all he did.
You all be ashamed of yourself. Answer your phone. Get out this doggone thing.
All right.
Business. Time to go to work.
All right.
All right.